Hey, it's me, MLB. Here is chapter 98 of Gains, and this one is titled Heart to Heart. You let out a long sigh as you remained snuggled up next to him, and then asked the question that had been asked of you. What does it mean to be a hero? You asked Bakugo. Heroes always win, Bakugo replied. They never back down. Heroes never die. Well, they kinda do sometimes, you thought, but didn't say that out loud. You hummed. Okay, I'll think about it, you said. The trainer at Quirked asked me the same question, and she didn't like my answer. But she asked what it meant to me, and that's what it does mean to me, you replied sadly. I can't say something I don't mean. You need to stop doubting yourself. What's that stupid phrase from this damn class? Go over something stupid like that, Bakugo grunted. Go beyond, you offered. Yeah, that's a stupid thing. You do that, he said. You chuckled a little. Thanks, Kat. That's helpful. Thank you. I'm glad I came here, you said. Yeah, he grunted, pulling you closer into his side. I came to your room because I wanted that mouth of yours on mine, he said lowly, and you looked up into his face. Well, I'm here now, and we're alone in your room, so... you whispered appealingly. He bent his head down to meet yours, and you stretched up to meet his, and your lips and tongues played together. Much later that night, you snuck back to your room, but had only just gotten in when there was a late-night visitor to your place. Hey, Yen? Kiri's voice whispered at your door. E, you replied brightly in a soft voice. Come in, you added as you got up and opened the door. He looked around quickly, then slipped in, and you closed the door, then reached up and wrapped your arms around his neck. Hi, you said brightly. What brings you here? Sorry, I didn't get to reply your message. I went to Quirk today. The hero gym? How did it go? He asked eagerly as he hugged you back. Oh my gosh, so you won't believe me, but I actually had an actual real-life conversation with Hero Hawks, and he asked me questions, you gushed. Kiri chuckled. Whoa, that's so cool and manly of him to ask questions about you. Who else did you see? I saw Mount Lady, and she looked amazing as ever, and I think I saw some of the other top heroes working away in the back of the gym, but I couldn't be sure. I didn't get a chance to look around much once I got in, you admitted. So tell me about it, he asked, still hugging you. Okay, wait, let's sit down first. I have lots to tell you, you said, pushing him back towards the bed. He stepped back a few times and then sat back on the bed, but you had other ideas about where you were going to sit and went to straddle his lap, your bust all up in his face. He was in heaven and blushing heavily, but didn't want you to think that he was having impure thoughts, so tried to avert his eyes from what was jiggling in front of him. Is it too much? You asked, sitting down in his lap and placing your arms around his neck. Oh, no, it's fine, he said, struggling with where to look. E, you can look at any part of me, you chuckled. You don't need to be looking off in other directions. You can look where you want to. Are you sure? Kiri asked hesitantly. 100% sure, you confirmed. So he looked straight down your cleavage. Whoa, you chuckled. I didn't think you'd look straight away. Talk about staring into the abyss. Oh, I'm sorry. They're just so nice to look at, he wailed, blinking and looking away. It's fine, you chuckled, bending your head down and cuddling into him so that you were chest to chest, while still sitting in his lap facing him. He hugged you back tightly, and you stayed like that for a little bit before you sat back. Okay, this is going to be hella distracting for you, so let's lie down on the bed so I can tell you about my afternoon, you said. He nodded, and then you both rearranged yourselves so that you were lying down, and you were snuggled into his side, like how you had been a few hours earlier with your other boyfriend. This is comfy, you said as you lay there, with one of his arms around behind you and holding your side. Yeah, I like this, he replied, squeezing your side a little. You then told him about what happened, and then asked him the same question that you had been asked, the same question that you had also asked Bakugo, and then you waited for his answer. What does it mean to be a hero? He asked back to you to confirm the question. Heroes are manly. Heroes aren't afraid of anything, and they tackle everything with earnestness, Kiri said. But I think every hero has their own standout quality. That's true, you mused. You were happy just to gather information at this point. You didn't feel like discussing what it meant to be a hero from your standpoint. So do you think you'll go back tomorrow? He asked you. Yeah, I think I will. If I don't give it a try, I'm going to regret it, you said. I'll let you know how it goes. Please do, he said as he turned his head and kissed you on the forehead. You smiled, and once he had finished the kiss to the forehead, you tilted your face up to his. Okay, one on the lips now, please, you asked. Oh, of course, he replied, bending his head down to kiss you on the lips. More, you pouted when he pulled back after that one. So he kissed you on the lips again. More, you asked. So he kissed you again. You wanted more than just simple kisses, so you got up and crawled over him, knees either side of his body, placing your hands either side of his arms. Give me a proper kiss this time, like the kisses that we did in the change room, you demanded. Those, he said shyly. Okay, yeah, I like those ones too. You met his lips, and then deepened the kiss, and that's where you stayed until just after curfew. Then he snuck back to his room, and you went to bed, well and truly satisfied with the day's events. The next day was the weekend, and you got up at a decent time to head back to Quirked to see what would become of the day. You were apprehensive and a little worried that you'd get told that you didn't have what it took and then dismissed, but like you'd said to Kiri, you'd have regretted it if you didn't go back. So 20 minutes later you were standing in front of the gym building once again, taking deep breaths before entering. Hi, I was here yesterday, you said to the lady on the desk. Yes, come through, Ori is here today. She told me to let her know when you had arrived, she said pleasantly. To what, prepare my funeral? You thought with a somewhat forced smile. I'm sorry that Kevin just jumped in halfway through the recording there. Sorry I can't do much about him, but I can do much about the chapter tomorrow. Chapter 99 will be up. I'll see you then.